I have to say that when I saw the size of this painting, I almost ran back to New York. I was just flummoxed. I thought, I will never here. I'm only taking a couple weeks to do something that's like a year's work. But I said, hey, I promised to do it, do it. My work actually is quite performative because you make a line, then you make something else, then you make something else, and now I need to think it needs something on the other side. So there's a certain amount of jazz involved, you know, and it's just a wonderful experience. All the work that I do is funny, but it's dead serious. I like to play on words, so I have cock eyes, cunt face. So it's crude, but it makes a point. And it also, it's funny. And actually, humor is a big factor. It had been a big factor in my life, but humor isn't a big expression. And in essence, it's almost like an ejaculation, because you laugh and the emotion goes out and it's a release. And it's also it's an extraordinary thing to have humor. The cunt may be the last bastion of prudity. That's what it probably is, you know. And thank God I got a hold of it, by the way. But I think that's true. I think that that the cunt is something that we don't use, and the cock we use much more. And but the female sexual organs, we're much more puritanical about women than we are about men. It's much more proper not to use those terms. And in essence, by the way, I think that we would easily trade properness, by the way, for equal access to the system. So, as I said, it's humorous, but it is dead serious. I feel that unless you scream information, that people actually don't hear you. So you're screaming information about the importance of women and the value that women have, and it's a very important issue universally. With the birth of the universe, I've been reading so much about and also hearing so many tapes about the extraordinary information they now have about the universe, the expanding universe, multiple universes, parallel universes, black holes, extraordinary things. So I started out with the birth of the universe and put the woman at the center. And this is not romanticized. It is angry, it is an angry cunt. And women are angry, and many times they're angry for many reasons, by the way, and many times because they haven't had equal access to the system. That's a factor. But the anger that I have, I put it right into the work, which is much more productive, and it really, it's telling. I never did these screws, these vertical screws, since 1975. So it's been a long time, and I think that it's great to go back and revisit work that each time it's shown, it speaks for a different time frame. These are much more phallic than the other one, but they are about women wanting access to the system, feminism. They are about also male posturing and also the subtext of many male paintings. I would be shocked if this exhibition had problems in terms of censorship. I think it's a different time. There's no question, it's definitely a different time frame. And also, the vernacular and the language that people use all the time is just much more raunchy, much more direct, much more crude. And in some way, art is almost like one-upmanship. Someone does this, got to do that. Someone does this, etc. And it's out there, it's already out there. It's what I want to say. And if my work had not been as explosive as it was, people would not be looking at the work. And that's what actually Carter Foster's, a curator at the Whitney, said to me. It's an extraordinary time frame that you have to say a lot more to be heard. And it was terrific that my own sensibility that was raw and humorous, that the art world went in that direction. Could have not. You know, it was wonderful that it did for me. Yeah.